Competency number 2 was fluency. So I did a slideshow about the importance of fluency in early learning. Fluency is the ability to speak right and express oneself easily and articulately. It's the ability to read with speed, accuracy, and proper expression. And in order to have an understanding of what you're reading, you need to be fluent in the language and your ability to read. In order to assess fluency for early learners, as teachers, we need to ensure that decoding and word recognition are both skills that the child is able to complete. If these are not the problem, the student likely has an issue with the fluency of their reading. If decoding and word recognition are a problem, those issues need to be addressed before fluency is. In order to improve fluency in young learners, you can do multiple things. You can give the students tests that can be practiced over and over. Work on timing the student, calculating the correct word per minute ratios, and compare the results over time to see if they're improving. You can incorporate timed readings in your daily classroom routine. You can plan lessons that will help students focus on context clues in the reading material. That way they can increase comprehension. You can do this by discussing the plot, characters, timeline of events, and really making sure the students are understanding what is being read to them or what they are reading themselves. The final thing you can do is work on prosody, which is your expression when speaking or reading, how excited you are, if you're asking a question, if you're sad, mad, using the proper expression when reading is important. There are some strategies that you can use in the classroom to increase fluency for your young learners. The first one is the use of anchor charts in the classroom. You can use multiple anchor charts to remind students what a fluent reader looks like, give them clues and hints about reading with expression, rereading things, memorizing what words mean, and just really becoming a good fluent reader. The second thing you can do is model good fluency, and one of the ways you can do this is by doing an activity called echo reading. So in echo reading, you read a sentence from a book or a text aloud, and you do it with exaggerated expression. And then you have the students reread or repeat this sentence back to you with the same type of expression. That way they learn the proper use of expressions and when certain types of expression would be used, if they would exclaim something while reading it, if they would ask a question a certain way. And you can do this activity as well by having the students practice the echo reading with a partner. That way they're working on it with peers, they're getting that one-on-one feedback from peers, which is also important in the learning process. The third thing that you can do to increase fluency in the classroom is use punctuation clues, such as if there's an exclamation point at the end of a sentence, you read that with excitement. If there's a question at the end of the sentence, your voice conveys that question. If there's a period, you would just speak normally. Commas can also do the same thing. In a sentence, Grandma, let's eat. would indicate that the child is hungry and ready to eat. Whereas if you place a comma, this would do that. If you don't place a comma, you would be suggesting, Grandma, let's eat. Perhaps you're eating Grandma. So if you incorporate a few of these strategies in your classroom, you can increase fluency in young students. Here is a list of references that I used for the slideshow. Reading Rockets gives a lot of information about fluency, different games and things that you can do to increase fluency in the young reader. The following two websites after that discuss building literacy in young readers and some of the easy things you can do at home and at school to do so. There are obviously a lot of other activities that you can do with students other than the three that I listed, but it's very important to try different activities with your students, see what is working, and continue to change that up, incorporate new lessons and activities as needed until you start to develop some fluency in all of the students in your classroom. Thank you.